Yeah, let's talk this. Let's talk the new Xbox adaptive controller.
Oh, it's hot. It's spicy.
You know, it's funny. Xbox does a lot of, service to gamers, things like that. They're really good with that sort of thing. I think this is awesome. I think this is great. I think this is something that's been in the works for a long time. So basically, this controller helps. It's it doesn't show it in these pictures here, but it's basically like a hub system here where you have all these ports in the back, and you can plug in all different like controllers and different things. It's for people that have issues playing with regular controllers, things like that. So
special needs,
and I think this is really awesome that they're finally doing something like this because I think everybody should have a chance to play video games. So yeah, it'd be neat to see how they can finally get people with vision issues to play games. That'd be cool.
It's just another PR thing like that. So Xbox continues just to be the leader in good press.
Yeah,
in a sense, like I know they're taking a lot of flack for not having good console exclusive games and all this stuff, but they continually just keep hitting you with different services, different options. A lot of people are going to go out and look at this and be like, well, if I have a special needs child, then, potentially, or, maybe it's a veteran that was wounded or something like that. There's only going to be maybe one option.
Yeah.
For something like this.
Right.
That's going to be on a shelf at retail probably.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. It's a good move. And like I said, it's going to give them a lot of positive press. I'm sure like you'll see it on, different news outlets in the media. Yeah. Talking about
it has been. I saw just looking up the video and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what's cool though, and I mean, obviously it's PR, good PR for them, but this is also, leading into our next thing that we're going to talk about here.
I think. Oh yeah, you keep going. No, I think this is. Jonah. I think this is a game changer.
What other pit stops do you have for us?
I think this is kind of a game changer, just because there's.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, because they came out with this now, like you already know there's someone else making something like this for the PlayStation or the Nintendo possibly. It's something that once it's out there, it's going to be start changing, adapting. So it's getting the ball rolling, if you will.
Yeah, like people that are really into gaming but can't game because of various reasons.
Yeah,
are now going to be looking at this and say, I could finally start buying games, playing games, or maybe they have like a Wii. They still play with the Wii or the Wii U.
Yeah, and this is cool too because they also like for rehab facilities they can they were showing that in a video too. Like it's good for they can actually have people come in and play the games, and it's good for they can probably have it too for like games for this where it can help them. I guess like rehab basically, like for whatever their situation is, like help them to get better or. Adapt.
And I'm assuming this is going to work on PC as well as Xbox, so
because of Microsoft.
Yeah,
could be. I don't remember seeing anything.
I think now they're just trying to make everything support both Xbox and PC. Everything they release.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I know it's not what it's designed for, but it'd be interesting to see what other people would mod this into, like to like make some like crazy contraption to like help like in tournaments or something like that. But yes, going into the fact that like this is kind of like snowballing something, like the PlayStation just came out with their Pro controller.
Well, I don't know if this is officially a PlayStation controller. This might be licensed because Scuff is a different company, right?
Scuff's a different company.
Yeah,
Scuff they do controllers for PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, you're looking at it here.
No, I was just saying it's an official PlayStation controller, or GameStop. You can get that.
I mean, I would assume it's.
It looks from what I'm seeing here, it looks like a third party.
You see
logo.
You see the logo on the top left corner. It's going to be an official branded PlayStation.
Yeah.
They're probably not happy with what they did with the Kraken controllers, probably, and a lot of people usually go the Scuff route if they're looking for like the modded controllers.
Mm-hmm. But just looking at the the way it's designed, it looks just like the Xbox controller.
And the one that I have, the Scuff Impact, is a little bit thicker, so it feels more like an actual Xbox controller. There's a little bit more depth to the handles and stuff like that. And you can swap the joysticks out.
Yep.
The Scuff that I have though, you can't swap out the D-pad. The D-pad still has a stick.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so like the sticks are still right next to each other. They're not swapped.
This you can
so this you can actually swap.
The faceplate and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
You got sax buttons over. That's crazy.
And you can remove the vibration modules if they're...
Oh, jeez.
Pretty interesting.
And a touch bar.
I mean, it's funny. Like, we had a discussion, we'll talk about it now on the podcast, but I was saying, I don't really use the paddles on the Xbox, but, I mean, to be honest, it's just laziness, because I haven't came into a situation...
It's about efficiency.
Yeah. Now explain why you use them.
So the reason, like, I didn't think I was going to use the paddles when I first started playing either with the Scuff controller.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, when I play Destiny, like, it's... In order to keep your thumbs pretty much in the movement on the sticks themselves, so you can look around and aim and move at all at the same time. In order for you to jump or reload, you would take your right thumb off, so you wouldn't be able to turn in order to reload or jump.
For instance,
just the easiest way to do it with the paddles is like I have like the furthest right paddle as jump, I have the furthest left paddle as reload. So if I'm in the air or if I'm trying to move around and I'm being blasted by God knows what on Destiny, I can still maneuver and aim and focus on where I'm going without having to worry about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just know the default on it was like so sensitive. It's like you touch something
and the remapping on Scuff, I don't know how this controller works. You have like a little magnetic key, it goes on the back. You flip it over, you like hold down the paddle that you want and the button you want to actually set to, and it does it.
I think it's the same. You have a remapping switch here.
Yep, that's
so
probably
it's probably the
easier.
same thing. So you hit the button and then whatever you want
figure
to
out what you want to do.
So, now the problem with this thing though is I forget how much the Xbox One was.
I think it was like 150.
Yeah, I think it's around
or 120, 120 or 150. It was.
I think it's on sale at 120 or 130, but I think it's usually 150.
Yeah, it was a hefty amount.
This one is going to be $200
if it decides to go back. But yeah, it's $200.
So yeah, it's $170 for a wired and then $200 for a wireless. Now, I don't know if anyone's in the market for a $200 controller.
I mean,
no, I'm not.
It feels real good. The Scuff that I bought was $200.
I feel like this is not for the average gamer. I feel like this is for people that are like multiplayer crazy.
They're actually the reason why Scuff has been a lot bigger recently too is that they allow for Scuff controllers at tournaments.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I mean I'm not a competitive player, but I'm pretty sure they actually allow for Scuff.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
So like the paddles make sense. Like it's not like something that like is like a cheat, but like the paddles themselves, like it makes more sense from a controller standpoint.
Well, it's like when you look at a PC and there's like gaming mice that have the extra
and there's going to be a certain amount that's going to be allowed, and it's the same kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I mean, for me, definitely not.
You'd be surprised. Like I said, it's weird for a little while, but you get used to it very easily.
I'm just saying the price. If the price was... I mean, listen, I'm sure the things... I mean, of all the customization you can do on this thing, it's probably worth it, but there's a lot of other things I would get for $200 or even $170. Probably a couple more games. Maybe some other things. But...
I really like my Scuff controller, though.
Now, you have a PlayStation 1, is that what you're saying?
I have a PlayStation 4 Scuff controller.
Now, how much was that one?
I think it was $200, but I got, like, some more doodads. I got a little bit more. Well, I got, like, the impact controller was, like I said, it was a bigger mold and stuff like that. It feels a little bit more like an Xbox controller. And, you know, the swappable sticks. And
so
that
probably makes... more sense of how these people are so good at Fortnite with the building. They might remap some stuff.
What you're seeing in Fortnite, the reason why they're good at the building is PC. Because they have the hotkeys, and that's the reason why building works so well. On PlayStation, it's not that easy because you have to go and actually go to a separate menu in order to do it.
Maybe not with the paddles.
With that, you might be able to. That's the thing. Like that, if you can map that, that's pretty good.
So, Jonah, is this something for you?
I've already bought 5.
You are a rich...
Wait, have you ever had a Scuff controller? Though?
I've never had a Scuff controller. I've only ever used the standard.
Jonah's still using a joypad somehow.
You can get you don't have
with one button, an Atari button.
You don't have to have the 4 paddles on at the same time if you get something like this. You can also just get the it's like just like John's controller, like the normal PS4 DualShock controller, but it only has 2 paddles on the back.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do the 4.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
I feel like the 4 would help it but I feel like I would accidentally hit one by accident.
So that's the thing. Like what I do though is my middle fingers are the ones that are usually grasping the actual the paddles. So like even though I don't use it that much, like the one that's the second from the left in is like my weapon swap. Mm-hmm. So I can swap again if I want to swap in there or anything like that. Now and the other ones are crouched. I map it, but if I do it, I'm just moving my middle finger left and right.
Gotcha.
It's not far. And it feels fine.
Now, does that remap work for most games? Is that like a default thing you can use throughout the game?
They have defaults, but like I said, you can. That's the one thing. Like this, you probably have certain settings. Like you can say action game or.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. With the stuff that I have, the impact, like I'd have to go through and actually swap them.
Oh, for every game.
Yeah.
It's probably not that bad.
I usually just leave it because like most games, jump is X and reload is square.
Yeah. So, interesting. So,
and mine's gun gray and orange.
Oh, okay.
They have the little the whatever they are, the locks and the triggers and stuff are orange.
Yeah, I do like the this color, silver.
Yeah,
with the these grips are cool. I like that on the.
I don't have the grips.
Xbox.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have a grip, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like so. That might be a pretty decent price, honestly, for everything you're getting with it.
I mean, it looks like you're basically can disassemble the whole thing and whatever you want to add to it. So
yeah, so.
But what does everyone out there think? Let us know down in the comments below if this is something for you. Is the price too high? But like I said, the build quality is probably all there. And I mean, if you even look at this picture here, look, it's got like the button on the side there.
Yeah, it's crazy. That might be a stretch for me. I don't know if I could change my brain.
How do you?
You literally have to press in. Like you're.
I got just like a little up.
Yeah, or you just that'd be weird.
What button is that? Is that supposed to be R2 or R1?
S2.
S2.
So like side
one, side two.
Of course.
You got.
How could I be so?
You can make that your pause button though.
You could,
or like for the menus button.
I'm trying. Yeah. Like that's the thing to think about, and we're going to talk about obviously the future of PlayStation and stuff like that, or controllers. No, but you think that the next controllers are going to have these paddles standard? Like eventually, we have to get to that point.
I feel like you ever see like when before the PlayStation 4 came out, it was just like the mock-up joke pictures were like four.
The boomerang?
No.
Oh.
That was PS3. The four like DualShock 3 controllers all in one. And they're like, this is your new controller. It'll just be like this crazy. It'll be the Swiss Army controller.
Mm-hmm. I remember the boomerang. I just.
That was like that was great. It was crazy. I like what the design they fit on. So yeah, So if you're interested in that, let us know. That'd be. I'm interested to know if. I think the price is a little high, but I guess for what you're getting, I mean, it's a premium product. So I guess I feel like I'm like talking myself into it, so I have to stop.
Go check out Scuff. Or I think it's Scuff.
It's very limited.
You can customize it and everything else like that. The sticks too. You can do one concave and one convex. Mm. A lot of people do that for like the aiming hand being a concave, like a little bubble.
Yeah.
For a little bit more precision. And you can swap out the sticks. They can get taller and shorter too.
Oh yeah. That's
Can
awesome.
I get it in pink?
Yeah. You can, I don't know what the generic colors are. If you want to like do a crazy customization, like color scheme, that's all the Xbox.
Well, it's awesome. I mean, if the plate comes off, you can just buy paint yourself. Just make sure it's not gonna eat away of anything, and then just customize it yourself.
Do like model paint.
Yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, that is that.